Welcome to goandseetv. Today we're going to show you Grand Central Terminal, a world-famous New York City icon created during the heyday of train travel in the United States. So come on, it's time to go and see Grand Central Terminal. It doesn't matter if this is your first or 50th trip to New York City, you'll pass through, under, or by this Midtown icon, Grand Central Terminal. It begins at 42nd Street and splits Park Avenue, which runs around it on both sides. Many people refer to Grand Central Terminal as Grand Central, or Grand Central Station, even though its formal name has been Grand Central Terminal since 1913, and Grand Central Station is technically the name of the train station that stood on the same site before Grand Central Terminal was built. Grand Central Terminal was owned and built by the Vanderbilts, who constructed it in the Beaux Arts style. It was completed in 1913, and Grand Central will be celebrating its 100th anniversary in 2013 with special events. Please check Grand Central's website for more details. A great way to explore Grand Central is through an audio tour. Audio tour headsets can be rented from specially marked windows in the main concourse, or you can get the audio tour as an app for your smartphone. Please see Grand Central's website for more information on both these options. If you walk to the center of Grand Central on street level, you'll find the star of the show, the main concourse, which is one of New York's most iconic sites. It's really a grand space, even for New Yorkers who may not be used to such large spaces. The main concourse is 275 feet long, 120 feet wide, and 125 feet high. In the past, Grand Central was a major local, regional, and transnational train station. Currently, a major commuter train network, Metro North, runs out of Grand Central. Grand Central is also served by the New York City subway system. Inside the main concourse, the first thing that will strike you is the cerulean blue ceiling. On a closer look, you'll also see that constellations have been painted on the ceiling in gold. In the late 1990s, Grand Central underwent a major restoration, which restored the sky ceiling to its current beauty. And if you didn't notice, the constellations are painted from the wrong perspective. They are painted as if you were looking down from the sky. But this error has often been described as a feature of the main concourse. As you look down from the dazzling sky ceiling, you'll see the information booth and clock in the middle of the main concourse. The clock has been a convenient meeting place for New Yorkers for the last 100 years. Even if the person who you're meeting has never been to New York, they will almost certainly be able to find Grand Central and the information booth. The clock isn't just valuable as a well-known landmark. The clock itself is literally valuable. The four faces are made of opalescent glass and worth between $10 and $20 million. If you descend either ramp to the dining concourse, you'll arrive at the Whispering Gallery. Just in front of the Oyster Bar, you'll notice a chamber with a vaulted ceiling that connects the ramps. It's called the Whispering Gallery because if you and a friend stand in opposite corners, face the wall, and whisper, you'll hear each other as if you were standing face to face, which children will love. If you're hungry, you can also stop for oysters at the Oyster Bar, which opened in 1913 when Grand Central did. Grand Central has another highlight, and it is exactly that, high above it. Located above the 42nd Street entrance to Grand Central, the clock and sculpture named the Glory of Commerce will easily escape your notice if you don't cross the street. The best place to view the sculpture is to cross 42nd Street and view it from the south side. Created by Jules Félix Coutin, the sculpture is 50 feet tall, with Mercury in the center, Minerva on the right, and Hercules on the left. If you look at Grand Central from the south side of 42nd Street, you'll be struck how modernity coexists with New York's historic past in Midtown. If efforts had not been made for the preservation of Grand Central in the 1960s and 70s, this Midtown landmark, representing the pinnacle of train travel, may not have survived till today. We've only just touched on some highlights of Grand Central, so be sure to go and see Grand Central on your next trip to New York City. If you enjoyed our video, please share it with your friends and click here to see our 5th Avenue shopping and sightseeing video. See you soon.